Welcome back, everyone, to another About Teams video. And like always, pretty simple. Going to start with our NBA recaps. Obviously, first one on the screen, our hometown Boston Celtics, Knicks team. They're able to get the job done. Cavaliers, no Donovan Mitchell today. For the Celtics, this was a really efficient game, just kind of all around, like we talked off the pod. Tatum, efficient, 25 points. Al Horford, probably the MVP of this game, getting the crowd hyped at the end with the 6 3-pointers of his own. Even paid off the bench, 3 of 4 from deep. So it's kind of a contribution from everyone on the offensive end. And, people will, discredit like the Celtics win, obviously with no Donovan Mitchell, but the Cavaliers defense is still really hard to handle. You got Evan Mobley, one of the best rim protectors, kind of can guard anywhere on the floor. And just a solid team all around that's feisty, Isaac Okoro. But putting up 113, still good. And they did what they need to do against the Cavaliers on defense. Although I would say, even though this was a 15-point win, it felt like more like it was really close until like the 5-minute mark when the Celtics tried to pull away. But probably the breakout, if I'm the Cavs going into this offseason, obviously we talked about how Jared Allen missed most of his time. Or he missed all of this series with a rib injury. Evan Mobley kind of broke out on the offensive end in some of these games and flashed his potential. Obviously, tonight elimination game, 33 points. He kind of was just able to do his thing. And I think that'll be an interesting offseason dilemma for the Cavaliers, like to when the time comes, because one of their biggest question marks has been, can Evan Mobley develop that offensive game? And from what I saw from this game, obviously, he has flash of potential. I believe it was like also game 1 or game 2. He dropped another like efficient 20-something points. And shout out to Marcus Morris, kind of been journeyman 6-man. He showed up, obviously, with 25 points. Darius Garland was a no-show. Kind of disappointing. If this series had Donovan Mitchell in it from all of it, I think this could have been a 6 or 7 game series. But got credit the Celtics. They took care of business. I would say the Knicks or Pacers winner of that. I mean, I'm assuming will be the Knicks. Should be a good test for the Celtics, but either way, they took care of business, and I'm excited to see what they do against the Knicks and whoever comes out of the West, because I think even though the Celtics have more wins regular season, I think that's more just due to the East being poor. Like if they were to face the Nuggets, like I would want to see how they would do like as an underdog.
Yeah. I still, obviously, they, got the job done at home. Closeout games are usually the toughest. Other teams can be fighting, for their lives, literally. So I'm excited to see who they go against in the Eastern Conference Finals. I think it will be the Knicks, as we predicted.
Yeah.
I think either team will give them a very tough fight. The Pacers gave them, I think the Pacers were the team that knocked them out of the play-in tournament, which, big deal, but that's still.
Yeah, Pacers have that ability in a one-game scenario to just pop off.
Yeah, but they showed me they can close it out at home. I do, if they end up making the finals, worry if they can beat a team like the Nuggets, because obviously in the regular season they couldn't handle Jokic, and if they do match up against a team like the Nuggets, they have to have Porzingis back. And I hope he's back for the Eastern Conference Finals. Don't rush him, but you need that extra offensive threat back, like that extra big man threat back.
Yeah, I get what you mean with the offensive threat, but the way that dude's playing, it don't matter.
Defensively,
5
I know
Tatum's out on the floor.
He can't guard Jokic.
Good.
I'm not saying he can.
I know what you mean, though. You need more firepower on offense. That never hurts.
Yeah. You pretty much just have to outscore them.
Yeah, exactly. But credit to the Celtics. Took care of business, but their real season doesn't really start until this series against the Knicks, where they might face some adversity. I think Cleveland was still a good team, and I want Donovan Mitchell there to run it back. Maybe trade Jared Allen, get some pieces, build Evan Mobley, hopefully his offensive game. I think this team could be very interesting in a year because I like the Cavaliers. I love Donovan Mitchell. Playoff rising this year.
watching the series, I'm like a big Evan Mobley fan now. Like he was really like
Yeah, I've always loved his game.
yeah.
But yeah, no, shout out to the Cavs. You put
Good
up
season.
the best fight you could without Donovan
Yeah.
Mitchell in these last two
Yeah.
games.
Good stuff.
But with that being said, credit the Celtics. Other game, Dallas in 7, baby. For this game, you finally got your big Luka Doncic game. I think Derek Jones started 6 for 6 on the field. Crazy efficiency. Obviously, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander going to do his thing. But the Thunder's role play, or not, I mean, Jalen Williams is like a star player, but they just haven't been able to hit the three outside of him. Isaiah Joe, who actually got the starting spot over Josh Giddey in this one, they just haven't been able to hit their three-pointers. And Cason Wallace, 1 of 7 game. And Dallas's defense has made these shots like contested. They're not like all just wide open. Oh, like you're getting lucky they're missing it. They just did a good job defending, and Dallas's defense has been an underrated part of why they got so hot at the end of last season, or end of this season, and then why they've been able to do their thing. I still find it interesting how Kyrie, still isn't taking many shots this series. He's kind of being used as a decoy, it seems like, and just kind of making it open for others. And, he's making the right plays. They haven't needed him to step up yet. Maybe they will in game 6, but I would like to say the series is over, but the way OKC showed me fight in game 4, they have the ability to go into Dallas and win. But I just do think experience is the difference between these two teams right now. It's not. I don't think it has anything to do with OKC. I just think they're young. They haven't played this long in the game. I mean, they're in like the later part of the second round. I assume they're getting tired, their stamina, because they really were trying all regular season to get that 1 seed. They got it, but that takes a toll on you. And Dallas is just, I think, more comfortable now if Luka is back to this form and just efficient from 3, driving, forcing free throws. I just don't see how Dallas loses this series, but Oklahoma City obviously has the talent to make this happen.
Yeah, I should stop taking picks on this series because I think I've been wrong like every single one of them. So
game by game,
literally game by game. I think I said that Thunder were going to take this one by 10. They lost by 10. Yeah, Luka. I didn't expect Luka to pull up. This. I thought he was going to show up next game, but yeah, if he plays like this, I can't see them losing next game either. Even in OKC, even with their backs against the wall, it's going to be a tough closeout game. But if Luka can play like this and Kyrie can be somewhat inefficient and kind of maybe put up like 20, 25, I don't think there's a way Dallas wins this game. You put up a great point that Oklahoma City all year was fighting for the 1 seed. They got it, but at what cost? It pretty much wore them down, and it's kind of showing now.
Yeah, and they're a young team, so they have like Chet Holmgren. The most he's played before is like a 35 college right. Playoffs, whatever, March Madness too. So 35 is his max. He missed all of last year. Stamina's kind of wearing out. That might be why they're all of a sudden missing most of these 3-pointers, part of it at least. But the Mavericks got the experience. They've had PJ Washington step up in different games. Derek Jones stepping up in this one. Good road win. I think Dallas will close it out, but we'll talk about that in tomorrow's preview. But Dallas leads that series 3-2. And with that being said, it comes down my Timberwolves versus the Nuggets tonight in Minnesota.
Feed off the home crowd.
I don't want this season to end because this has been my favorite regular season or postseason as well. You just gotta, Jokic is going to do his thing. I would say the only thing you can do at this point is just, I guess I'll do like a couple of just keys I want to see. Obviously, Anthony Edwards is going to need to go nuclear. He's proven he can do that, like 35, 40 points. Carl going to need to do his thing. Naz Reid or Nickeil Alexander-Walker really is going to need to get going, if not both. Naz Reid, 6th man of the year, was hot the first 2 games. It was kind of gone cold the last 3. It's just going to be my opinion is make Jokic score 70. Like you just got to eliminate everyone else. Like don't let Aaron Gordon get 20 points on you again. Like don't let Jamal Murray have all these free range. Obviously, they're going to hit some shots, but just trust your one-on-ones. If Jokic keeps hitting those bank shots, he probably will. Maybe I think the best thing is you can play some good defense. Hopefully he misses some of those he makes, because even despite how good he is, can he really make like all those again? Like these like hook shots, like backboard, maybe, but you got to hope that he misses some. I think the crowd will be energized, and I think the boys will show up for this one. You don't want to end the season losing 4 in a row after being up 2-0. But, the Nuggets are just too good, man. They got that. I think the difference in this series so far has been the championship experience. And Timberwolves still have some things to learn, especially like Anthony Edwards. When your best player is 22 years old, how many teams don't want a championship like that? You gotta, kind of grow, roll with the punches, losing first round last year. This year, making it farther, second round, taking it to a tough at least 6, hopefully 7. But we'll see what we can do. See what happens today. I'm very interested.
Yeah, backs against the wall. Backs against the wall for the Timberwolves. I hope they put up a fight. I want to see it go 7, but the realistic side of me says Jokic has got the ball rolling now. Like he's figured out how to beat the Nuggets, how to beat the Timberwolves. And unless they, use the plan you just said, where pretty much make him score 70 and don't let anybody else contribute, I can't see the Timberwolves overcoming the Nuggets. It's tough. But hey, maybe you want me to say that because that means I'm going to be wrong.
Yeah, now the Timberwolves are going to win by 30.
Right.
I would say keep going.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, you need a big game from Ant. He kind of, faltered the last game, but I think he'll show up in front of the home crowd and feed off their energy. Yeah. He'll feed off the, backs against the wall mentality because he's got that grit. I love him. I love Ant.
Yeah.
And I'm not even a Timberwolves.
No, I would agree. Yeah, very likable. Biggest thing, Mike Conley has to go tonight. He has to be available. We missed him last game because when Anthony has the ball, they're double teaming him immediately. Mike Conley, you can't really do that because he's a great floor general. And I think Mike Conley, if he really can play, will, because he's 36. He's a very accomplished player, but one thing he hasn't done is won a championship, and I know he really wants to. And this might be the closest he'll get with this Minnesota team. So we'll see. Hopefully he can go. And kind of like their last couple losses have been by like 10 to like 15. You need Anthony to just step up, do his thing, 40 points, or at least like 30. Carl, efficient game. Naz Reid, efficient. Nikhil, efficient. Mike Conley, efficient. You need everyone else to be efficient because the X factor in the series has been Aaron Gordon being super efficient, Jamal Murray stepping up, KCP last game. Even the bench, like Christian Braun, I hate that guy, but, he's doing his thing. But, home crowd better be ready because, this is this is the second round appearance ever, and you're in a game 6 where you have the ability to take the defending champs to a game 7 where anything happens in a game 7. It's like a regular season one-off. You could have a fluke where Naz Reid scores 50 and you win. Who cares? Just win it. So tonight, just give it all you got because, it's a long off season. And that's all I want to see is just some fight.
To me, either way, this season was a massive success for the Timberwolves, but I know fans like you.
Hey, we're not here to talk about success yet. Let's go in there, kick some ass.
I'm sure every player on the Nuggets and every fan of the Timberwolves says, no, it's not a success unless you get to the finals. But from the outside,
no, Timberwolves fans don't. I think any Timberwolves fan that thinks that is crazy because, this is the second best team of all time, if not the best, behind that one Kevin Garnett team. But, just Yeah, let's not, save the sympathy. Oh, it was a great season until the season's over. Like the season's not over. Like
Okay.
just go out there, ball tonight. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Respect. I respect that. I'll keep my
But with that being
out.
said, yep, that is our one and only game tonight, thankfully. So it's not going to be at 10:30, so everyone can probably watch all of this game. As long as it's not a blowout, but we'll see. Anything else you want to add to these previews?
No,
in the NBA?
no, we haven't.
Yeah. Hopefully, season doesn't end, but I'll be ready for whatever. Jokic's just too good for this league, man. Maybe, they'll make a new league with him in it. But with that being said, thank you guys all for listening to this NBA recap and preview of tonight's one game. We'll catch you in the next one.